and confidence elevates.
Good evening once again. Good evening. My name is Beatrice Otawa, and I work with the Junior Digital Program as a center manager in Nyanza region. What drives me in CE? I think for CE members, this is something that I know it might sound like a broken record, but for me, CE, what drives me actually is the fact that that's a space that I can peel the onion in me and not feel ashamed.
Wow, let's clap for her. My name again is Brenda Chitosime. I'm currently an intern at Kenya Airways. What else? Didn't need to know with me. Thank you, we'll share the going. But what drives my passion for CE is that ability to just be empowered and be able to empower others. I think that's my statement for why that I'm empowered to empower. That drives my passion. Thank you.
I work at Roots Junior Secondary, which is in Nakuru County. So the question about what drives me at CE is the need to change. Like I always want to compare the me now and the me of the last year when I came to CE. So I want every year when I'm attending this conference, I want to have a different perspective of life and how I think. In short, growth mindset. So remaining, I want to say being constant. Being stagnating in one situation for a long time is never my thing. So I always want, when I meet someone, the first thing they should tell me is, "Oh, you've changed." I hate being told you're still the same, or apart from my weight, of course, you can tell me I've gained weight, but the growth mindset in me, you have to identify, you have to acknowledge the fact that I've changed and the aura that I'm oozing when I'm around anyone. So you have to notice that there's change in me. So that's what drives me most, change.
My name is Elijah Kipsang, and I am a psychologist and also an ESG and sustainability analyst. As you can see, I'm the only, let me call it, boy child here. And this is for the past, I think 5 years since I joined Confidence Elevates. Something that has really driven my passion and commitment towards our vision is the ability that I was able to know myself. I was given a platform through Betty, and that when I was able to get to know Brenda, and she introduced me to this organization. And the first time that I was given an opportunity to speak, Betty asked me to talk about transformational leadership. And she was able to notice something. And after talking about this transformational leadership, which is usually the foundation of it is self-awareness, and also when we say self-awareness, we mean self-acceptance. And once you've accepted yourself, you're supposed to have something that is going to transform you. That is what we call a purpose, because once you've already identified yourself, you should be able to have something that will help you propel forward. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. So our next question really resonates with our theme, that is cultivating resilience. And I think today, Eugene has really shown us how he really cultivated resilience. And now he is, can I say, harvesting the fruits of the resilience that he cultivated. So looking at our theme, that is cultivating resilience, what resonates with you and why? I really love the why question. Because why is something that is so unique to you. There is this person that says anybody else can copy the how, but the why remains unique to you. So we can start with you, Elijah.
Okay. Something you will notice when you look at the theme We have growth mindset, self-awareness, mental health awareness, and also emotional intelligence. And something that resonated with me with the theme is self-awareness. And this is something that when you start your journey for self-awareness, the epitome, which I mean the peak of it, will be you attaining resilience, which I again will use it interchangeably with the word mental health awareness. When you are able to be resilient with all the challenges that you've been able to face in life, that will mean you are mentally healthy. Yeah.
Just as our theme this year, I will discuss about resilience and self-awareness. So in the previous year, in the previous conference that we've attended, most of you know the fact that I was bullied in high school. Not in high school. I grew up in having very low self-esteem. So in my primary school, I didn't have the 5 front teeth. So I was a mapengo in primary school. And I never saw any issue with it until I attended high school. That's when I realized, oh, being a mapengo really exists. So people laughed at me. I was bullied a lot. I didn't have any friends. And it really affected my self-esteem to a point where I was failing in exams. Even, let's say, for example, we would attend, let's say, English lesson. So we used to read the set books, and everyone would have a paragraph to read. So when it reaches my turn, you just see everyone turns their head to look at me. So they want to see the mapengo. And when I'm not audible enough, they will start laughing. Then it really affected my self-esteem a lot. I remember a time I used to admire people having beautiful smiles. I really envied everyone who could smile and take pictures without fearing the flashlights. Until now, I'm still affected with the fact that I cannot face camera or take pictures because it has really traumatized me, even in adulthood.
Sad really reflecting that it's natural, it happens. So let's encourage her. Let's pray for her. So the question was reflecting on the theme for this year. So we were to pick on one aspect or both or all, and the reason why. So mine will be on growth mindset, and the reason I'm picking growth mindset is because I think I really struggled with a fixed mindset. I was struggling with the things that I've labeled. This is Brenda. This is what I can. Like I had named my limitations. Like this is the extreme I can go, or these are the things I can handle. Little did I know that was called being fixed mindset, or having a fixed mindset. So a little story of my life, or something that I struggled growing up was the fact that you had to like. I'm trying to relate to what Archie had said and Michael Don about our culture, what we had been accustomed to. And excellence is something that, academic excellence is something that was really praised, if I can use that word, in our family. My dad's family, we have professors. I'm not bragging. I'm not bragging, but I happen to have a few uncles who are professors. And so the moment you meet for family gatherings and all that, to just take on your academics and all that. So I really grew up knowing I need to excel or put my A game in my studies. So in KCPE, when I started for KCPE, my aim was to get 400s, like my so-and-so cousins. Because in mind I had that notion of wanting to do medicine because I'd promised that when I grow up, you see those dreams you make when you're growing up that I'll become a professor. So mine, I said I'll become a professor, and that I'm being reminded till date. So sitting for my KCP, I was aiming for 400, didn't get, got 371. That really took a toll on me. I cried. I didn't come out of my room that day. So, not achieving that made me look like a failure. To me, that I perceived I was a failure because I did not attain the goal that I intended, or what I had promised, or what I thought. This is our family. This is what we do. So I cried and eventually recollected myself. Nikajita mkutano. I was like, okay, we didn't meet this at this time, so after attending high school, tungangane, we aim for A. So my next thing was to go for an A. That didn't work out either. I got a D minus. But this time, at least I was beginning to see the ray of light that I really don't have to flow in this bubble or be this person. You see, we change, we transition, we keep learning and we keep unlearning. So I said, okay, fine. I didn't get the A that I wanted. Neither did I get the 400 that I wanted. But this is life. I'm just starting and figuring it out. So when I joined campus, my prayer was to be all round, not to just focus on academics again and be like, okay, I'm aiming for first class. So this time I said, I'm in first class or what? I'm not looking at that. I'm seeking to be an all-round person, spiritually, social life and all that, finances and all that, to try and be all-round. So to me, Confidence Elevates came as an answered prayer because I joined it. I joined Confidence Elevates in 2018 when it was just beginning through Uncle Shabir. Yeah, thank you, Uncle Shabir. Introduced me to Betty. And that's how my journey began in Confidence Elevates. That's where I was able to really know that this is what I had taken myself to be, because there are things that you see the way people describe you, they can say Brenda is this and this. So in my family, they were used to me being a perfectionist. Like nikisema hivi ndo nitafanya hadi nifanye nimalize. But I had to really shift. That's not, what do you say? It is not a one day thing. It's something that you keep learning, and it's something that you keep reevaluating yourself. You say, this is where I am now, and this is what I intend. Like, set those simple goals that will see you there. So I was able to, like in 2019, and before the eve of the conference, I remember, sorry Christine, I'm taking time, but I'm winding up. So, because really, I've been here for 6 years, so I'm trying to summarize everything in these 2 minutes. So, I remember when, saying that I wasn't able to juggle many things at once.
Sometimes it's amazing when you answer the question of mission. Now you find they've captured almost everything. But I mean, I'll take it, I'll give it a different approach. Something you notice for the past, I think 3 years, I've been part of either the facilitation team or the speakers. And I think for everyone who has been able to attend for the past 3 years, they've been able to witness some sense of growth. I think either in me or in other delegates. So one thing that I'm going to assure you, that when you join Confidence Elevates, there is a possibility that you are going to grow and achieve what you want to achieve. That's if you, that one being confidence. And I usually say the way I define confidence is acknowledging that you are a flawed individual, but you still hold yourself in high regard. We've been able to hear our stories here, and you'll notice that life sometimes is cruel. And suffering, the way I usually say, I mean, it's being able to face your pain. Sometimes we don't know how to face it because either one, we don't have the know-how, and also we may not know how to go about it. Here we have people who have been able to go through challenges in life, and from listening to their stories, you can be able to pick out one or two things that you will be able to implement in your life. And I mean, if you apply something and it doesn't work, it will work maybe for someone else. You're an individual, but you live in a social world. So yeah, I think that's maybe to add on. Also, I was writing some notes here because so there's also something else is intentionality and commitment. On a weekly basis, in a fortnight we usually do, monthly basis we usually do assignments, and in a fortnight basis we usually hold wellness check-ins, and this includes trainings on certain topics. It could be on anything mental health or career development, and this is something that I've been able to benefit from for quite some time right now. And you will need knowledge to be able to deal with certain things. If you don't have knowledge on how to deal with certain things, you will just have a difficulty. So yeah, and also there's a sense of commitment whereby when you are not following up with your assignments or you are not joining the wellness check-ins without letting the accountability team know, Betty will come and look for you, or one of us will come and look for you. What is going on? There's a sense of accountability, which is something that we are really, as individuals, we have not normalized. So yeah, karibuni and yeah.
Kwanza mambo ingine baadaye. So I was told go to campus, focus on what took you to campus. And there in campus I developed an interest for mental health. And just wanting to know, like I was triggered by someone who really, the story, I may not want to mention everything, but the story really sparked something interesting in me, and that's where I joined National Youth Guidance and Counseling Association, met Elijah, met Elizabeth there, and it has been a journey, but as I wind up all this, I would just love to tell you that life has its ups and downs, it has faces. At times we may want to think that this is who we are, or this is what our society or something has made us to think of who we are, but we are the control of our lives. We are the ones who start this life with the help of God, that is. So let's keep going. That's resilience. Like we just keep going no matter how life gets. Thank you.
And my perspective of the growth mindset is also on the bit of people that I surround myself with. Remember at my lowest when I was a caterpillar crawling, Jane Wakibera was my first boss when I was at the lowest. And through working with her not knowing what I was going through, she was able to bring out a talent in me that I personally didn't know that I had. And with that, I tried to run with that talent as an MC, as a facilitator. So I'm finding myself in an awkward situation here where I'm part of the panel and being asked the questions. Yeah. But with the kind of support system that she gave me, I was able to nurture that talent. And when I came into CA, it was still hammered in. And I said, I'm no longer crawling again. I'll be a butterfly and fly. And in that spirit, I came to realize that I had wounds that needed to heal. Because they were not only hurting me, but were hurting those who were close to me. And then I started the process of peeling the onion. So early in the morning when I talked about peeling the onion, I believe for those of us who are in the kitchen most of the times, there are times when you're cutting the onion and you're really shedding tears. So peeling the onion, as you're removing the layers, the more deeper you go, the more you shed the tears. And as you look at the mirror, I took us through the mirror. What is it that you see in you? That person, as you're looking at the mirror, who is that person that you see? Because if you believe that you can't make it in life, that's how we will perceive you. If you believe that the world is, people's perception is what will judge you, that is what you will walk with. And if you believe that and want to surround yourself with people who are full of negative ideologies, that's how the world will also take you. I remember a while back we were having conversations with two of my colleagues, and they were really trying with their body goals. So I was also trying with my Rototank body goal. And she made quite a weird comment. It really sounded nasty. And I got hurt, because at that point I was really trying to see how much weight, and again I needed to cut the weight because it was now also affecting my health. And I told her the comment that she made was not nice, because I'm really trying, but the more I'm trying, maybe I'm doing the wrong thing, the more I'm just getting very many complications. So I decided it's my body, and I will do me. And as young people, we find ourselves trying to please others. We had a phase in life where being Rangia Thao was the in thing. You go use chemicals on your body, it has repercussions. I think we're still in that phase where having a worse waist is the in thing, and being hippies is the in thing. You go load your body with chemicals that later on in future will affect you. So what you think about yourself really matters. How you carry yourself matters, and the environment you surround yourself with matters. So if you carry yourself with your head held up high, that is how we are also going to look at you. But if you're always looking down on yourself, we will also look down on you. So for me, that has really driven me when it comes to resilience.
My schedule is not here to skin me alive, because he's been talking about emotional control. So after that ordeal, someone suggested to my mom that we can do a root canal. So I went through the root canal procedure. That was when I was in Form 3. So again, transitioning from being a Mapengo to suddenly having teeth, it was also a very difficult process. Now everyone again wants to have a look at your new set of teeth. So when we talk, just can you smile? Can you take a picture with us? It was also a very difficult transition again, because I lived part of my life being a Mapengo since I was in grade 3, because I was involved in an accident which resulted to that situation. So it was also a very difficult transition, but I managed to get over it. Just like Eugene said, that what we go through here, we have no idea that it is resilience. I was able to go through that. Then slowly by slowly, I regained my confidence. And then in 2018, when we were introduced to confidence elevates, Becky insisted and emphasized on having having high level of confidence as an individual. So I started my journey from there to grow my level of confidence, and also I began meeting friends and being comfortable talking to people, and also smiling to people. So until now, I can say what I went through compared to the kind of person I was years ago, and the low self-esteem I had, and to the person I am today. I can confidently say that I have really transformed, and there's also a huge change in me. Yeah.
Really, he wants to shine somewhere, but he has a shallow mindset. So why would you make this person so curious to join Confidence Elevates?
Well, first things first, why I would encourage them to join Confidence Elevate? Because this is the only space where you own your shine and people celebrate you. We don't look at your weakness. And if we see that you are weak in certain areas, we bring on board someone who has strength in those areas that will work with you each and every day. We've also created a bit of accountability. So for us, accountability is not only the conference, we are planning for the conference at Radisson Blu, we are planning entrepreneurship day. No, accountability means I will call and ask you as Betty Olo, Betty, how are you doing? You've been quiet. What's not going on in your life? And with that, you feel like at least someone cares about me. And that is the one thing that we lack outside here. Because once, in some forums, once you attend a session like this, who cares? Who will follow up? No one will. But here, believe you me, if you don't hear from Betty, you will hear from one of these Confidence Elevate team members.
So, someone out there, or someone who may be here today for the first time and wondering why don't you join Confidence Elevates, or what makes it unique. I think I'll just pick up first from the point that Beatrice has touched on, that and a follow-up. Like she said, there are so many organizations out here who organize conferences for young people. And you may think we are not different, or yeah, this is just like a conference that I've attended before. But here, I don't know if you get scenarios in those other conferences that you've gone to, like the ones that you've had today. You're given a chance to just express your thoughts. You just come as you are. There's no need to repackage or do what to yourself. You just come the way you are. And so for us, Confidence Elevates is a place where I think you're told of iron sharpening iron. And this is a platform that I've really gained a lot of sharpening. Like you come, you're nurtured, and the key trait that they see in you is that one that you're being molded. So here you'll be empowered, here you'll be given a space not only to share your growth, but as well experience those vulnerability moments, those moments that you feel shy to share about. This is a safe, I can say this is a safe space. So karibuni, and let's journey together.
Be just like the Bible says that go to God in prayer the way you are. You don't have to clean yourself first before you go to God in prayer so that He can clean your sins. Go to Him as dirty as you are. So in Confidence Elevates, just come here. I know some of us started here with very low self-esteem, but we are not expected that if you attend conference today and the next year we expect you to be a totally different person. Allow yourself to go through the gradual changes until you become the version of yourself that you want to become. And also, sometimes it is good to pretend to be the type of person you want to become, and eventually you find yourself becoming that person. So in Confidence Elevates, what I've come to learn that it is a safe space, just like my other partners have said, it is a safe space here. There's no pressure, and everyone here we have mentors, we have the mental health department, entrepreneurial department. If you want to know how to draft a CV, there's people to help you. So we have all the kind of help that you can get from here. So if you are, it is also your first time attending here, please continue coming, and eventually you will see the changes in you that were not there previously. Yeah.
As Elijah has mentioned something, what did I say? Purpose or something, or I remembered something, and this is not just any other organization, because we are driven by God. We know that there's no coincidence. You being here is not because, oh, I knew so and so, or I knew so and so. You being here is something that you don't take it for granted, and we also are guided by, or what informs us is Romans 12 verse 2. Who can help me say it? Romans 12.
Do not.
So Romans 12 verse 2, it says, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that you may know the will of the Lord, what is good, perfect, and acceptable."
And the reason we say this is because we are at a tender age. We are prone to be misled. We are prone to follow the patterns that maybe our forefathers were used to. So this is wanasemanga samaki mkunje, samaki mkunje. Yeah, so we are in that formative stage of being cool. Yeah, we are malleable. That's right, we are malleable. And as a young person, or even someone who's young at heart, you may think that time has gone, but our minds don't age. We are here to keep learning and relearning each day. Thank you.